you someone new? When I see your face, will I recognize you? The girl you were is the girl you are. You can never fall too far, not from me. As long as blood pumps through my veins. When I see your face, there is nothing you can do to make me fall out of love with you. No matter where your feet should fall, no, I'll always welcome.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Sorry we're coming a little bit late, but if you're watching this on YouTube pre-recorded, it doesn't really matter. So, McCray, what's up? Hey, I think your mic might be muted.
100% muted. Good job.
100% muted. Yeah. Hey, right.
How did you know?
But
because you probably couldn't hear me. Okay, good. Yep.
Anyway, crazy. We have. Oh, spoiler alert. Okay, somebody grabbed in the comments the other day about spoilers, and like I feel bad because I hate spoilers, but it's like I appreciate it watching them. It's one of those things. It's like, duh, that's what we talk about. You know?
That's pretty much what we're trying to cover here. That's part of our fucking motto, or our fucking.
Welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, maybe we should start maybe trying to. We can't talk about anything without talking about the spoilers. I think Rob does that where he kind of does no spoilers up front and then does spoilers at the end.
But that ain't our shtick. We talk spoilers.
Yeah. Again, I always consider it like the news, where it's like you got to keep fluid and it's got to keep up to date. Otherwise, it's called the olds.
The olds.
Yep, exactly. You can go to Rob for the olds. We're the news, baby. Well, you hear that, Rob? We're coming for you. Yeah, I got nothing. Go on.
Oh man. Well, I guess we'll just get into it. That nomination ceremony today, or nomination ceremony, excuse me. We had the veto meeting, or as Jesse Kowalski calls it, the Mito meeting. You remember
the old Mito
Okay,
meeting.
for everybody to know, they open the door and they're like, it's time for the veto meeting. Like, they always say that. Well, that's like a line. You have to say that.
Yeah.
But, during our season, we always fuck around. And, Jesse opened the door, and she's dead fucking serious. This was she just slipped up, but she was like, it's time for the Mito meeting. And we were like, the Mito meeting? What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But, one of the funniest was when Andy came out. He's like, hey, everyone, guess what? We're not having the veto meeting. We're having a margarita party. And Helen was like, oh my God, are we really?
Yeah.
That was so funny. Helen had the funniest damn reactions.
She was gullible, super gullible.
Oh, like when they played Christmas Shoes during Andy's HOH, music to wake us up, and she was crying. She was like, I have sons. You're like, we're all laughing. It's just the most ridiculous song in the world, and you're really being emotional. But anyway, Julia's on the block. Julia's up there, and but it looks like Meg is still the target. We want to talk a lot about a conversation between Vanessa and Johnny Mac, basically talking about potentials for a double eviction, a plan to start taking out the Oz twins, which oddly enough doesn't begin this week with Julia on the block. It looks like Meg's still going to go home, and I'm just going to kind of go over this plan a little bit. And this, like I said, this is double eviction speculation talk. So if they could pull this off, I think they'd be glad to. But if they can't, double eviction maybe. If some of the parts are still there, they'll try that. The following HOH if one of them get it. But the plan right now is that Vanessa would split Austin and Julia up. And then Steve would latch on to Julia, and Johnny Mac and James, because at this point, theoretically, Meg would be gone, and would pull in Austin. So, that's kind of their plan. I'm glad that there's a plan to break this three up. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, I love it, but I love that there's a plan action to break them up. I've loved watching the three go this far this season. It's day 75, 76. And Austin has not been nominated.
Yeah.
So think about that, all you fucking Austin haters.
Yeah.
He's playing a phenomenal game right now.
Insulated.
Obviously, there's things that he can take some credit for that might have been other people's ideas or whatever if he makes it to the end of the final two. But he's playing probably the best game in the house. Well, shit. I mean, like, there's Vanessa's playing a good game because I mean she is on top right now. So you got to say that, and she's developing a plan to work. To work with other people to kind of make it to the end.
I think if Austin goes to the end and he goes, if he says like, all right, I got with this girl that obviously had no interest in me. She had her sister, closest friend, who could say, do not go for this guy. And I know this game inside and out. I've got a Big Brother tattoo, and it's not just for the fuck of it, because I love this show. Like, I knew full well that I would be a huge threat going in. I would be a huge threat even if I did get into a showman's. But, like, here I am to this day, like, going those two biggest, like, strikes against you in the game of Big Brother. Like, I masterminded that, and I worked hard at it, and I figured it out. Of course, like, I don't know. I'm biased, I think, but I've been thinking a lot about how, like, winners can, like, just be like, oh, yeah, well, like, all right, so if Vanessa wins, Vanessa's gonna easily be like, oh, yeah, like, all the crying, like, it was all game. Like, and no one knows, and no one's the wiser. Like, she can say whatever she wants, essentially, and it is the truth or whatever, you know. So like, this is like
absolutely.
Same with Austin. If Austin won, he could
the winner
really,
gets to rewrite the history.
but
of the
even
show.
like he gets to rewrite like the history within the show. Also, you know, it's not just like after the fact. It's like during, like at the end, like he can give out like, oh yeah, I did this and I made all these masterful moves, even though they necessarily weren't premeditated, you know.
Well, do you think that that Austin can survive if Liz leaves? Like, how much game does he have outside of being protected by the sisters?
How many? What's the number is that right now? How many people are left in the house? Do you
8.
know? 8.
8. It's about to drop to 6 after the double eviction.
Yeah, there's 6 left. I
Dude,
think
if Austin skates through that, if it goes down to 6 without him being evicted,
he's got a fair chance.
Like,
The week 6 and 5 will be so dicey. That's going to be a really dicey point for him. I think he's probably going to be able to make it through the double, but it's going to be an easy spot to get rid of him.
yeah.
But at the same time, if the double's his first big stepping stone. The next is getting through that 5 and 6, and then once he's to the 4, it's all left on competition wins.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the interesting thing, that he's getting close enough that he could win out.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's a smart guy. He studies stuff. He's, you know, I think that if you let him get to that point, he could be
Dangerous, very, very dangerous.
extremely dangerous. James said that he was talking about with regards to Austin and Liz, that Austin can't beat Liz in the final 2. So that's the way they see the game. So
yeah, so that probably works
but you
against
gotta
my
talk-
theory about fucking Austin, you know, of like him being able to be like, oh yeah, I fucking machismo'd my way through, or I got into a relationship. Like, I don't think that might not fly now that I hear that.
Well, like, you know, one thing that was interesting last year that we kind of talked about as a valid strategy is when Caleb, Obese Mode Cowboy, was obsessed with Amber. He got so distracted from the game that people were just like, all right, let's keep him around. He's not even playing the game. He's trying to get a girlfriend.
Yep.
And, you know, I think there's a point where Austin fell into that, but I would like to hear more about how, like, their perception of Austin's early gameplay, whether it was just playing Find a Girlfriend, or if they saw him as actually playing the game. You know, because especially with the twin twist being involved, like that obviously means that they're both playing, you know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, whereas he was playing girlfriend Gideon, and he didn't even know that there was a twin twist until he was told about it, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the rest of the house sees, as the girls had to switch back and forth, they were actually actively playing an interesting and difficult game. So they get credit going from way back.
Absolutely.
Whereas Austin looked like he was kind of lost in the shuffle there up until this point where Julia came in the house and they became what's become known as the Oz twins.
Well, I kind of want to talk about the move of putting Julia on the block. I mean, smart by Vanessa, I think. And then I want to talk about why they're not taking out Julia. Is this a good move for them to get rid of Meg?
This is the way I understand it, and please put in the comments, I know you will if I'm way off base. But I, it seems like right now the plan is that they need to get James free, get James away from this duo. Now that he's saved himself from the veto, this is the plan they've evolved. They need to get James free and use him for help. He'll need numbers. He told Meg today that he wanted to hook up with Johnny Mac and Steve after if she does go indeed. And so they're going to have control over James then.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting, and that seems to be playing right into that. So that's kind of what I see is going on. Is they're getting rid of Meg to get James, use James to then take care of the Oz twins because he's a stronger competitor than keeping Meg around. Even though you'd say, well, you can get rid of him by kicking out Julia. It's like I understand that, but that's not her plan. And the reason I think it's not her plan really is because that she doesn't want to send Julia out on her HOH. She wants the event that one of them wins the HOH, that she's still in favor, and she's like, I told you I kept you safe. We're all good. It was just a numbers thing.
Exactly. It really, it keeps
that's why she's not going home. It's because Vanessa doesn't want her to yet.
Yeah, and it keeps Vanessa insulated, essentially. It keeps Vanessa very protected. The only person, that it's going to be pissing off is Meg. Meg doesn't really have anyone coming back except for James, but James is just like so free agent. It works in the favor of Johnny Mac and Steve because the thing is at this point it becomes like almost like in Survivor where the guys kind of need to stick around. You need a strong enough army if you're gonna go against another army. You can't go. You can't just be a bunch of like scrawn dogs fucking trying to get in there.
Exactly.
So I think that it works for pretty much everyone. The other thing that I was kind of thinking about is that I think this could be a shift in the meta of Big Brother, essentially, because we've seen like people walk to the end, and this seems like it's a tried and true strategy, of the no strategy, the Victorias, the Sabrinas. The people that just find themselves like at the end, like, oh, here I am, they show up, and they're the easy bring-alongs. I think that has become such a known thing that it's like, yeah, we should get out Meg because she's gonna walk to the end. That's another spot. Like, if I can't be first, at least I could maybe be second. Like, fuck that. She's not gonna take my spot.
Sure. And like, you remember when Johnny Mac told Julie Chen that when he comes in, he wants to go after Meg.
Yeah.
And he's hooked up with Vanessa to go after Meg.
Yeah.
Because he's wanting that 50 grand spot.
Exactly.
And I think he feels like he could get it.
Yeah.
Especially being the returning juror. So, I mean, it's like, dude, okay, like, it's an interesting thing. Everybody says, oh, fuck that, play for the $500,000. Well, obviously you play for the position to lobby the jury.
Yeah.
Okay?
But
you also
exactly.
like to let everybody know that, hey, I'm the best one to take the final two. And there's like, there's a lot of intelligence to that. There's lots of strategy to that. Because it's going to sound, I don't really know how to explain it, I guess, but if people in the house think you're playing for second, they're going to feel like they're going to win and you can be second.
Exactly.
Fine.
Oh,
but
bring this person.
If everybody's like, we can't all be the winners,
you
know what I mean? That's what you run into. You don't want to take somebody else that thinks they're going to win too. And
exactly.
I don't know. It's the psychological thing. I don't know. There's probably a term for it. I wish we had Alec Bill here.
Well, I'm trying to watch a lot of Frasier right now. I'm trying to get more witty and urbane for our show. Just trying to really hype up my my words, make my words better.
It's working.
Yeah. Well, I mean, urbane. Come on, urbane, baby.
True.
Yep. Yeah. So. No, we got to make a Big Brother thesaurus or a dictionary, a thesaurus.
Sorry.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Glossary.
A glossary. Yeah, something. We need some fucking. I've been thinking about too much. I've been thinking about way too much.
Yeah.
What do you gotta say? Strike lightning.
Okay. Earlier today, before veto meeting, Meg was talking to Vanessa and trying to basically, promise the moon and the sun stars kind of thing. And it was funny that I might be saying this wrong, but I think she wanted Johnny Mac up, and anyway, send Johnny Mac right back out, basically. But anyway, James and Meg were talking about how they promised all the stuff, but they don't have to do it. So there's a perfect example where we could have our term if we had a term for our term.
A term for our term.
We need a term for our term.
And it'd be awesome to be the ones that like coined it, and then fucking make it popular culture within the house to somehow influence the game without actually.
Like we got to figure out what kind of deal that's called.
I know. Fucking Pollock deal. My hat is in the ring with Pollock deal.
I don't think
We're
that'll
bringing
work,
it
though.
back, baby.
I don't think
Pollock.
that'll work. Let's I don't know what we'll call it. I don't know what we'll call it. I don't know. That's still
If
up
anyone
for
has
another
any suggestions, suggest it to us. We'll take it from you and claim it as our own. So there you go. That's the on the block seal of
That's-
approval.
Yeah,
Guarantee.
We'll endorse that.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. We'll act
Yeah.
like we thought of it.
Yeah. So don't send anything to us unless you want it stolen.
Hey,
unless it's pictures or
nice-
music.
Nice game on shirt.
What'd you say?
Nice game on shirt.
Oh yeah, thinking about Nick this week a lot.
Yep, he was in Minnesota.
Yep, it's been exactly 10 weeks since he was evicted from our season, and 2 years. Yeah, just thinking a lot about him. You know, it's
Yeah.
that time of the
We don't
year.
get- You know what? We really ought to have Nick on the program.
We should actually. I honestly want to. Fuck it, we should
Yeah,
do it.
love this.
Crossover, fucking crossover edition.
Yep, true.
Give us your fans,
Yeah, we should
Nicks.
probably do it. You know who I would love to get on here to bullshit with is JDM, Jeremy
Dude,
Delmar.
fucking right. I wish he's got to be
mean,
for
I
a
wish-
fucking. He's an off-season guest that we need to fucking have on for the fucking bullshitting on the block.
Well, you know
Session.
that I don't know if this is classified or not, but I'm just going to spill the beans here live. You heard it first here on the block. That giant gas pocket they found in Egypt.
Yeah.
Dude, Jeremy Dale McGuire, he dug that with his hand. And he said, oh shit, he had to plug it. He's like, plugged his thumb. And
Yeah.
but it's like the largest gas pocket ever found on
Oh,
Earth.
that's so funny.
So,
JDM.
It could be like solving like the energy crisis.
Oh,
So,
well, again,
we
go
appreciate-
send your thanks to JDM.
Yeah,
Also, if you have
exactly.
any great JDM stories you'd like to share, please share them in the comments or on our Twitter. We'd love
Yeah.
to hear your JDM stories. Bringing it back. Yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything. I mean, I don't know what else. Pretty much, we're just gonna be running a lot of options essentially for double eviction that's coming up. You know, you can't
that's
really
what I'm saying.
predict it. You could pretty much. It's gonna be. It pretty much just varies through every house guest. You know who their targets are. Pretty much lines have been drawn in the sand essentially at this point. You know, depending on who they are, they want to get their hands bloody or not so much. You know.
Yeah.
A Steve. I don't know what Steve's gonna do. He said he's going after
Oh
Austin.
my God, Steve is just like again. It'd be like a fucking Jeffrey Dahmer on hunting, hunting over a baby field. He just, you know, like last time when he had that HOH, he was scary as shit.
Yeah, well, fucking, he's and I think people said that he's gonna go after the Oz twins if he gets it.
Yeah.
I think that's dangerous for his game, but I think he can be innocent enough to be like Vanessa manipulated me. You know, I honestly think that he could definitely talk his way out of it. You know.
Yeah, it would be awesome if he got to the final two and put on this like crazy speech, just like played at their heart and their emotions and stuff, and swung the victory away from somebody.
That
You know?
I think he could do it too.
I think it's possible. Like
Dude, he's a wild card. He is such a wild card. Him and Johnny Mac are fucking two wild cards. Totally.
It sounds like Vanessa and Johnny Mac are getting like pretty tight for the end together. So
Well, that's good for.
I mean, they kind
Vanessa.
of made like a final two.
That's
but, like,
bad for
sometimes
Johnny Mac.
What's that?
I said that's good for Vanessa. It's bad for Johnny Mac, essentially.
Well, it's you know, like again,
He
a
can't really do
$50,000 check.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
everybody wouldn't mind cashing that one.
Fucking
But hey, I want to get Marilyn to bring something here real quick. So this is probably I ought to mute it while I scream at her. Hold on.
He's saying, "Oh, bring that motherfucking son of a bitch." I'm trying to think of what he's
No,
saying.
I'm not.
I'm trying to think of what you'd say. Hey, Marilyn, get Murdoch in here. That's my Spencer.
All right. Here. I want to thank Gina Marie for sending me this stuff. So one of my favorite shows, anybody that knows me, is I'm not even. Most people probably fucking don't know this, but I like Spin City, and she got me an autograph picture of the mayor at some
Barry
event
Bonds.
she was at. I think she did Barry Bostwick's.
I was gonna say Michael J. Fox's signature looks really good.
She did Barry Bostwick's bar mitzvah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was awful.
Oh, come on now. I'm not a comedian, but I want to be. So
Yeah.
that was
She
a
was
practice
funny.
joke. Sorry,
She wrote me a very sweet note, and she said, "I hope you like the autograph from Billy."
from Billy.
It makes me wonder if she called him Billy the whole time.
Oh, you know she did.
Yeah.
Gina Marie's a person that it doesn't matter who it is. She would walk up and be like, "Yo, bro, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think you shit or anything, but you're pretty cool." Like, she like does not get intimidated by stuff.
Well, I've got something. She sent me something new because she knows that I've got my like Big Brother stuff up here and everything, and I've got Canada cast photos I've got to get up.
Yeah.
But anyway, Craig, you're ready to be jealous.
I'm already jealous.
Look what she sent me. An autographed GM picture with a note and a chip.
Oh, you got.
And it's really awesome. She included the confetti that was from the HOH, from her HOH week.
Oh, really? That's pretty awesome.
I guess it's from the balloons.
Yep, those balloons we pop.
So yeah, but
That's
anyway,
so
very
awesome.
sweet.
That's super sweet, actually.
Bless her heart.
Yep, I'm super jealous.
So anyway, hey, did you see her boyfriend or whatever posted a picture of some like they look like Converse tennis shoes with her picture on it?
Yeah.
It's like, I want a pair of those.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
fucking GMs.
Dude, I
Like,
know. I want some GMs
Never
too.
shoe endorsement deal.
Yeah, I'd buy them. Shit, we're
Yeah.
badass.
Are those GMs? They are.
They are. What was I gonna say? We've got I don't know. That's pretty much it, I guess, for the show. We're at about 25 minutes. Pulling her into station. We've got big announcement coming up. We were talking about maybe telling you guys what it is, but we're not gonna do that yet. We're just gonna tease the teaser.
Tease it.
Yep, exactly. So big news, some cool shit. If it doesn't work out, then forget about
Then
that.
we won't
Then
tell you
he
about
won't
it.
tell you anything.
And hopefully that you didn't watch this far into the podcast. You never know.
Also, yeah, I'm gonna be trying to get rid of some of my merchandise, my Big Brother stuff. I'm gonna try to think of some creative ways to do that. I need some money, folks, and you guys want some badass, fucking cool stuff from Big Brother 15. I think. I don't know. I don't know. Probably not. But
You do?
I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll make some deals. All the money will go to supporting Down the Block. Absolutely.
Supporting OTB.
OTB. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I've got a bunch of shirts that are like that I've gotten over the past couple seasons. You know, like Team Derek shirt and Kenny Brain shirt. I thought about having my mom make them into a big Brother T-shirt quilt.
Oh, dude, that'd be kind of cool, actually.
That would be kind of cool. Yeah, but
Sell that motherfucker. Sell it for a dickload. Get everyone to sign it and shit, dude. We can sell that for a piss load.
I kind of want. It'd be funny to like
give it to the fucking yeah.
Give it to Goodwill, and like in a couple years, you see somebody wearing it. I'm like, yeah, Corinna, one of your fans. But, you know,
it's just a fucking
that'd be
homeless
so
guy.
funny. I want to give like an I know Judge shirt away, just so I could be like, oh, dude, this guy knows you. I know him too. That'd be so funny.
That's so funny.
All right, fucker. Let's
yeah.
Let's put it in park.
Yep.
Over here.
What do you got to plug?
Subscribe. That's my only thing.
We gotta get the road to 6,000. Everyone,
6,000.
I'm throwing this out there. Everyone that retweets the link to the subscription, or just like a link to fucking, hey, everyone go subscribe. Spread the word. We really need like word of mouth. So like if you're doing that on social media, I'll repost it. I'll reshare it.
I'll tell you what. Just tag on the block pod. You know, or
no, tag me because I'm not gonna see it if it's tagged.
No. I'll say tag it on the block pod, and we'll follow through that podcast.
We can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, just retweet it, share it, and we'll follow you. Follow.
Yeah,
so we appreciate that.
Absolutely, and I'll fucking try to retweet some shit. So just keep on spreading the word. Tell everyone that you know that likes Big Brother. I know we're a secret cult, kind of. Big Brother watchers are usually pretty closet.
We're kind of like the Skulls.
Yeah, exactly. Well, fucking like, yeah. Is that fuck? I don't know.
Is that which one's the real thing? Is that the real thing?
Skull and Crossbones is.
Skull and Crossbones?
Yeah, Skulls is the movie.
Skulls.
Fucking.
Oh, Skulls is the movie.
Joshua fucking whatever something.
Pacey.
Yeah, Pacey.
Josh
exactly.
Jackson.
Joshua Jackson. Pacey. Yeah, we're pretty much like, but we're even more elite, the fucking elite of the fucking.
That's true.
You know, we're a special clan. We're blockheads. Unite
Absolutely.
and put your stuff, whatever. I don't know what I'm
Oh,
rambling
I
now.
will say this. We are kind of in talks with someone to kind of working on a
Mark
t-shirt
Burnett.
design.
Oh.
Mark, yeah. Yeah. We pitched to Mark Burnett to do a reality show, design us on the block t-shirt. No, we are going to try to work on something, getting some t-shirt thing through Teespring pretty soon. So
Yeah. We'll
people have been
we'll
asking for that, so
Yeah.
we're
You'll have it
listening.
just in time for season 18.
We just don't have much like merchandise on hand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a closet full of damn on the block t-shirts till
Yeah.
we sell them all.
Yeah, giving them away.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I've got pretty much, go follow me on twitch.tv/chumlord. You'll see me when I go live. It's pretty much like you now, but, yeah, it's a little different. It's same thing, though. Also, everyone, start watching Frasier so we can talk about Frasier. You can
You
tweet
do your Frasier podcast.
No, there's already a Frasier podcast. That's how I started getting
what's it
back into
called?
it. It's, Talk Salad and Scrambled Eggs. And
Oh, that's
it's
a good one.
it's Kevin Smith and Matt Myra's podcast. That's not bad, but it got me back in. I started watching Frasier. It's good background stuff.
Frasier's funny.
Yep, and I've also been playing Alpha Sapphire on the Nintendo DS, 3DS. So if you guys want to trade me or some shit, I'll send my 3DS code. Something. I'll quit talking. All right, thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. And we'll be back on our regular schedule as always, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Mondays. We'll be back Thursday at 9:30. We'll be talking about Big Boy Double Evictions and, all that fun stuff.
We
Please,
should have Jason with us.
Jason will be with us. Hopefully, I'll hit him up and make sure he's going to be on. And, yeah, possibly special guest Saturday. Possibly.
Yeah.
I double
Possibly.
booked, so I've got some figuring out to do.
Okay.
I hope that instills a vote of confidence in you. Let's see. Yeah. So 9:30 Thursday, guys. We'll see you back here. Same time, same channel. On the block. Blocks Unite. Blockington. That's our new sign off.
Blockington.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye bye.